This film is based on the story of a young woman who is used as a toy by 3 men, after which they leave her to die in the desert. However, the woman survives, and when she recovers from her injuries, she seeks revenge upon her attackers. Will she be able to take her revenge? Well, let's find out. Hey guys, Movies Hunter here, and today I am going to explain a thriller action film released in 2017 called Revenge. At the beginning of the film, Jennifer and Richard fly out to Richard's secluded home in the middle of the desert. As Jennifer checks out the house, Richard's pilot gives him some peyote as a gift before leaving. Richard and Jennifer don't waste any time and get into business. Jennifer is an American socialite who is in a secret relationship with Richard, her married neighbor. The two of them are planning to spend the weekend together, after which Richard will join his friends for an annual hunting trip. But the next day, Stan and Dimitri, Richard's friends, unexpectedly arrive a day early than originally planned. Both are stunned to see Jennifer there and are mesmerized by her beauty. Although Richard is disappointed with their unexpected arrival, he nonetheless invites them in. Jennifer leaves the boys alone and goes to take a shower. Richard wanted to keep Jennifer a secret, but now his friends know about his secret affair. Richard tells his friends that Jennifer will leave the next day and they will continue with their original hunting plan. Later that night, Stan flirts with Jennifer, whereas Dimitri checks her out with his binoculars. Richard calls for Stan as Stan's wife is calling him, but Stan ignores the call as he wants to focus on Jennifer now. Later on, Richard gives Jennifer the peyote and asks her to hide it somewhere away from Stan and Dimitri. So she hides the peyote in her necklace. Jennifer then plays the music and dances for the boys, turning the night wild. She then asks Stan to dance with her. Stan is enjoying every moment of it, but Richard interrupts them and takes Jennifer with him back to his room. The next morning, Jennifer joins Stan at the table. Stan informs Jennifer that Richard has gone to make some arrangements and won't be returning soon. As for Dimitri, he is nursing his hangover, and so Stan and Jennifer are left alone. Stan looks at Jennifer, hoping that she will show interest in him, but instead, Jennifer excuses herself, saying that she has to start packing as she will be leaving soon. As Jennifer is changing her clothes, Stan is peeking at her from behind the door. Jennifer is surprised to see him and immediately gets stressed. Stan then gives Jennifer his contact number, saying that they can spend more time together if she wants. But Jennifer turns him down, saying that she will be busy with work and may not have enough time to call him. Stan asks Jennifer why she is not interested in him, to which Jennifer replies that she prefers taller guys and Stan is too small for her. But Stan believes that Jennifer liked him the previous night when she sensually danced with him. When Jennifer refuses his advances, Stan starts touching her inappropriately. As he is about to force himself on her, Dimitri enters the room. But instead of stopping Stan, Dimitri ignores them and leaves the room. While Dimitri swims in the pool, Stan does something which he never should have. When Richard returns home, he sees Stan and Dimitri sitting confused and realizes that something is wrong. Stan tells Richard everything that happened during his absence. Richard is shocked by this and scolds him for the mess he has created. Instead of helping Jennifer, Richard comes up with a plan and tries to offer Jennifer a large sum of money to forget about the incident. But Jennifer refuses the money and says that she just wants to return home. When Richard refuses to call the chopper, Jennifer threatens him by saying that she will reveal their affair to Richard's wife. Richard gets furious about this and slaps Jennifer. Realizing she has no other choice, Jennifer runs into the desert with the 3 men chasing her. After running for a couple of minutes, Jennifer reaches a dead-end cliff. Richard asks for Stan's phone and calls his pilot to take Jennifer back home as soon as possible. But it turns out that he was just bluffing and he pushes Jennifer off the cliff, because of which she gets impaled on a tree. Richard then tells Stan and Dimitri that they will return later to retrieve Jennifer's body and continue with their hunting trip. Richard feared that Jennifer would have told the police about them and they may have been sent to jail for up to 15 years. Soon after returning home, Richard burns all of Jennifer's belongings and removes all traces of her. Meanwhile, Jennifer regains consciousness. She is still miraculously alive despite being impaled to the tree. She uses her lighter to set the tree on fire, after which she manages to break the tree with a branch, still piercing her abdomen. Suddenly, she hears Richard, Stan, and Dimitri coming her way and quickly hides beneath the rocks. The three men are stunned to see that Jennifer is gone and realize that they messed up, so they begin a search operation to find Jennifer. After searching for a while, they manage to find blood drops of Jennifer and follow the trail of her blood. But the trail leads them to a river. They then realize that they have lost Jennifer. Stan suggests that he will stay near the river to see if Jennifer comes back and asks Dimitri and Richard to go in separate directions to find any clues. Jennifer tries to find a safe place where she can hide from the men and tend to her injuries. While walking through the cold desert, she encounters Dimitri near the river. Jennifer seizes the opportunity to grab his shotgun and attempts to shoot him. But the gun is not loaded and Dimitri manages to subdue her. He calls Stan and Richard and informs them about Jennifer. He then tries to drown Jennifer, but she manages to grab his hunting knife and stabs him straight in his eyes. Dimitri succumbs to his injuries and bleeds to death in the river. Jennifer takes all his supplies and drives far away. She takes shelter in a well-hidden cave. Jennifer uses the peyote to numb herself before removing the branch. But since the peyote is too strong, she starts having hallucinations. After gaining control over her mind, she removes the branch and cauterizes the wound with an aluminum beer can. The next morning, Richard and Stan arrive at the river, hoping to find Jennifer's body, but instead, they find Dimitri's body floating in the river. The two quickly dispose of Dimitri's body to avoid suspicion. Richard then orders Stan to find Jennifer in his car. Meanwhile, Jennifer wakes up after having a series of nightmares. She then heads out to hunt Richard and Stan before they find her. Jennifer sees Stan's car and goes after him. After traveling for a while, Stan runs out of gas and quickly tries to refill the tank. Jennifer gets a clear angle at him but ends up shooting him in the shoulder because of her injuries. Jennifer cautiously walks to the car but finds that Stan is running away from her. Stan manages to ambush Jennifer and attempts to fire at her, but shoots her earlobe because of his shoulder injury. Stan chases after Jennifer but gets tricked by her and steps on a large piece of broken glass. He manages to remove the glass from his foot and returns to his car, hoping to run over Jennifer. However, Jennifer hears him coming and takes her stance. She manages to shoot Stan and kills him with one shot. She then takes Stan's car and drives away. Meanwhile, Richard tries to contact Stan but gets no response. So he returns home and calls the helicopter as he wants to leave immediately. While he is taking a shower, he hears some noise and goes to check it out. Since he couldn't find anyone, he lowers his guard. Jennifer catches him off guard and shoots him in the stomach. She then chases after Richard to finish him. Richard sets up a trap to kill Jennifer, but she sees through his trap. Richard then stops his bleeding by strapping his waist with plastic. Jennifer eventually finds him and the two fire at each other. Richard manages to knock Jennifer out with his shotgun. He tries to strangle her to death, but Jennifer shoves her hand into his stomach wound, forcing him to drop her. Jennifer manages to grab the shotgun and shoots Richard in the chest, killing him instantly. Jennifer finally gets her revenge and kills all the 3 men who took advantage of her. And so this was the story of revenge. For more interesting movies, do subscribe to our channel. See you in the next hunt.